Harry.
And Amma.
And today we are reviewing Love After Lockup.
Yes.
Yes, but first we want to invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below. So today we have a very full day with Love After Lockup. But we're first going to start with the nastiness of Rick. I said Nick.
Rick. Okay, Rick and Radine. Is it Rick and Radine?
The guy with the owl eyeballs.
Yeah.
So I just want to get into it. I just felt like it's like, I don't know, either men don't want to read body language or they don't care to.
Yeah, it's
either one of the two. Because she looked disgusted. She looked like she was not feeling you. And then you later went home and told Ramona that you had such a nice time in the bathtub. Like, I just thought the body language was weird. You're there trying to suck her toes. So I'm like, you're going to taste every inch of her. I'm like, I would not want to hear that. Like, ew.
Especially not attracted to you.
I know she said that she's attracted to him, but girl, you lying. We can all tell that you're lying.
We can tell that you're lying.
I know.
And then she let it slip. She was talking.
She said that she really only is like when she's in the hot tub with him, she's only thinking about her wife Kay, spending time with her.
But she let it slip
that's her wife. She's actually married.
Because she had to ask for her she called wherever the wife is.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm calling in regards to my wife, so and so. And the producer was like,
did you say your wife?
Did you say your wife? She's a
and it's not a nickname.
Nobody
that's
knows,
really who she is.
But remember when I said she said at the table that
she's gay, and the dad was like, no, she's bi. First of all, how are you gonna tell me what I am?
Yeah.
How you gonna tell me that? Are you in my sexual life actively?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because you're my dad.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I think the dad said bisexual just to make the guy feel better.
No, I don't, because the father doesn't know that's her wife. I think maybe that's what he thinks. But it's not something that she has. But the thing is, you gotta believe people when they say what they are.
Didn't Maya Angelou say that?
She surely
did. When
did.
people tell you who they are, believe them.
The first time.
Big facts.
Don't say, oh, no. She said what, that's why I remember I was saying, once she said that, and the father's like, it's bi, and then the mom was like, oh, it's the same thing, and she was kind of silent. I said, this girl has already said she's gay. She did not stutter.
So she doesn't want to have sex with him, and the thing is, he already kind of ruined it the first time they had sex because you're there crying and getting emotional about Kay. Yeah. That would be a turnoff. You're crying while we're in bed. Yeah. Are you serious?
Well, now we know why, because she felt like she was being
no,
unfaithful.
He was crying.
Oh, he was crying. Oh, he was crying. Okay.
Yeah. So I just thought it was weird. I thought the whole hot tub thing was weird. It was very cringy.
Perverty,
really perverted. Yeah. I don't know why you are almost like 80 years old going for some. I mean, I know she's no hot pocket, but you're going for somebody who's like 5 years, like almost 20 years younger than you. Like that is sick.
Yeah, I mean,
30.
It's just gross.
I mean, she's like, what, in her 20s?
Especially when you can tell that the person does not really like you.
But it's like he didn't care about the body language.
That's the perverted thing about that. You know, I know a lot of people say, oh, age is just a number.
Y'all are just a lie. Like, you know who say that? It's old men who say that. I didn't R. Kelly tell Aaliyah to go make that song. We all see how that ended up. So that's my thing. Remember she was singing that song, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Da, da, da. You know, it was actually written by R. Kelly.
No, I do not know that.
So
but I do not actually know that song.
Just look it up on iTunes, Spotify.
It's really amazing to me that these young people who are not even alive during that time, that they know all these things, and they know all the history. I don't even remember the song, but
it was in the Surviving R. Kelly documentary. That's where I learned from it. So we are going to go ahead and talk about who we want to talk about. Should we do Harry and Indy, or should we
let's go ahead and do Harry and Indy. We're right there.
Girl, I am shocked. So apparently Lydia called his PO because he had not been there for a week. Like I told y'all before, this man is trying to go back to jail. He don't want to be with her. He don't want to have to be having these women telling him what to do. So obviously he has finally snapped and he cussed out Indy. And my thing is, Indy,
so he had to come because his PO called him.
Yeah, it said, where are you? You have
this
not
is what
been.
Lydia said.
Yeah,
give me an
so he
address.
doesn't have the ankle thing on him.
I don't know if he still has it on
him,
and I don't know if they're not even checking for it.
I'm sure the PO would call him though randomly because they give like random phone calls.
I mean,
but anyway,
I guess there's so many people out and about. You know, sometimes you don't have the time. I mean, that's what you're supposed to. But you know, sometimes you have so many cases.
Anywho, Indy.
But he said, "Give me an address," and maybe he was just giving him knows this is a young man, you know, trying to give him a little leeway. I don't know. You could have just given him
Terry's address because that's where you've been with his other girl.
Right, so he says, maybe he doesn't want her name because remember she used to work for them. Remember she used to work. Oh. Remember, and that's how she got fired.
She's fired though now. Y'all can't do nothing. Y'all can't hold me.
Well, maybe she says, don't give them my address or something. You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe he didn't want to be tied down to her because she's also trying to tell him to lock it down with her.
Exactly. So he said, the PO said, went home. Give me an address by 6 p.m. So he was, I have to go back to Lydia.
After a week.
Even though Indy's there, I got to go back because I'm not going to let them mess with my freedom.
But he snuck in to the house because he didn't want to talk to Lydia because he wanted to argue, but he knows he needs to talk to Indy. Mm-hmm. So they went downstairs. Mm-hmm. And honey...
Just her asking, like, have you been with Terry?
He was already like, what you want? I mean, like flicking the wrist, like head bobbing, like he was just like, you know, ain't nobody gonna mess with my freedom or whatever. This time, third. Really upset. He's like, I'm free. I'm not gonna have to answer to nobody. This is my freedom. First of all, you're not free. You know why? Because the government still has to check on you. That's why you have a PO. So you're not free regardless. Yeah. So my thing is,
keep on acting the plum fool, you may find yourself right back.
I think that's where he wants to be because he, like, that man looked higher than a mother effing kite. Like, he was higher than the moon. Yeah, like really his eyes were so low,
very glazed over.
Like he could not be there. Like very impatient. So he just
cursing at Indy too,
cursing at her, whatever stuff like that. Was like, "Are you gonna let me finish my mother effing sentence?" Da da da.
And she. I don't know what's up with Indy's like, you know, and you're not there, I guess, for her daughter because, you know, she calls you daddy. I'm just like...
She said, like, and then she was like, you know, you're not even coming to see Coco. Like, you're like a father figure in her life and you're not even showing up for her. This is not his child and you need to stop saying that to your daughter. That is so dumb. He has not put a ring on your finger. He has not married you legally. He's not even showing up as even a friend.
Yeah, and even a friend.
A friend would not leave you like that. A true friend. So you're there now crying about how, I came here for nothing. You're damn Skippy, you came there for nothing. You should listen to your mother the first time. So I'm just
Stay
like
yourself
at home and to take care of your child.
Your children, she has to. Like I still don't know where the other one is.
Nobody knows where the other child is.
I mean, maybe the father has custody or something, but you still need to be there as a mom.
I just think the whole thing's ridiculous. You came down here for some convict who is actually 2 or 3 years younger than you, who just got out of prison. I would not date anybody.
The sister's like, yeah, you can come stay with me, but now you're not even there, but your girlfriend here with her child.
Exactly, and Lydia don't like her anyway. But my thing is, why would you go and date somebody who's fresh out of jail? I would never do it. Yeah. First of all, that's not even my type. But also, just as a human being, being able to empathize with another human being. Yeah. You have been locked up for 30, 10, 6, 5, how many ever years you've been. You've been in solitary confinement. God knows what goes on in jail. Yeah. And you come out, and it's like this person...
The way you said, God knows what goes on in jail. I was thinking, yeah, he surely do, because I don't. Only he knows. Only he knows, and the people who are there. They just have. I have to tell you. I'll tell you another story later on about that saying. Only God knows.
It's true though. Only God knows what goes on in jail at night, in the prison, in day, in the graveyard, whatever. You know, so that's my thing. So why would I go and put my hopes and dreams in somebody who is going to want to have their independence and want to have their freedom when I could just date somebody that I meet at a coffee shop who is free, who has themselves together, who has their credit, has a job, and is not hell-bent on trying to be free and doing as many crazy things as possible while they're free.
Then,
that don't make no sense.
That you raised a very good point, and that was you are not even empathizing with the prisoners. The best you can do if you care for them is to be their friend. Just be their friend. When they come out, be there for them as a friend, right? Okay, I'm going to have, maybe pick you up.
Yeah.
Maybe you can stay at my place for a little bit, for this amount of time. Be their friend if you really care about them. But don't go
without
and
expectations.
But don't go and put that extra burden, because it is a burden.
Now you want me to be your daddy? I don't even know this child that you're saying that I'm her daddy. Like, are you high?
And they have not been even socialized. Like, they have not had that stimuli of being around people. All of a sudden now, not only do you put you're expecting all this stuff from this ex prisoner, now you're putting all the children. That's so much stimuli for just a person who's been in that situation.
And then it's like you want to get married immediately, you want to have kids immediately.
Actually, and lack of empathy.
It's just like, F you, what you want. Like, this is what I want. This is what you told me in jail. Well, I'm sorry. It's so easy for anybody to tell you anything in jail. He ain't got nothing but time to talk to you all damn day. That's the difference. You need to get somebody
be available.
Exactly. You need to be with somebody who is balanced, has already been in the real world, but can also make you a priority, because that's what's going to happen anyway when they get out of jail. Yeah. But it's different because they're trying to get themselves together.
And they have restitution to pay, that we found out from that.
Crazy. Welcome to America.
What was that show that we were watching?
It was Love at the Lockup with Brittany and her guy.
Lockup, yeah.
Brittany also was somebody who was also
restitution to pay $100-something. I was like,
and she's like saying like, you should take your check and buy me a ring and engage me. And then when he engaged you, you're like upset because he gave you a promise ring, not an engagement ring. He ain't got no damn money.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
And he's actually trying to do right by you, because I cannot give you all these things, because I don't have them right now.
But the thing is, I feel like people go with prisoners that are just selfish. It's just selfish. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And it's a thing of control.
Absolutely.
The thing of control.
That's something that you need to take to your damn therapist. Let them work that out for you.
Leave the prisoners alone when they call. Just be their friend. If you empathize with it, just be their friend and be there for them.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't even touch up with a 10-foot pole, child. But yeah, so that was just crazy. And then Indy, of course, what I thought was very interesting, like, she got up and yelled at him, but she quickly simmered down.
Well, that's because she had spoken to her guru, who had advised her that she had showed her a card with some red and pink and said, you need to take charge. I think that's what the card said. I guess that's the card that came up. The take charge. You must take charge. And she's like, and then this was Indy. Yeah, he has me getting over. So that's why she got up, but it was so out of her character that she just, stormed off, I guess.
My thing also, Indy, you are not going to attract somebody who's good for you unless you are that. You know what I'm saying?
You got to be good for yourself.
Like,
Indy.
you don't love yourself
and
clearly.
Your children. You got to love yourself and your children for you to attract someone who will love you and your children. See, like, you got to do that for you.
She looks so skinny, like she's not been eating. And I know she said that her parents are the ones who help her financially. Like, you have your daughter with this Hispanic lady who don't like you, can't stand you, and probably can't stand the fact that your child is there. She's pregnant, and then she has to deal with her brother who she has not seen in several years because she's not somebody who's going to sit
I'm
there.
not sure what you're bringing to the table, because
you're not bringing nothing to the table but stress.
You are putting up, and I hate the term bringing to the table, but you are putting up her electricity
bill and all that stuff. I know you're not paying nothing.
I mean, maybe you're already on food stamps, so you're helping her with that, but you're not really helping her with that because the food stamps is for you and your family, your children.
Go home, Indy. Go home.
And we have said so before, but something, gosh darn it, we got to put that again as a title. Go home,
Indy. Go home, for the love of God.
Oh, Lord.
Let's talk about Martell and his lady. Just the gall. The cojones of this man. But the thing is, when you don't love yourself, you attract somebody who treats you like shit.
Yes.
And that's exactly what he's doing.
Yes.
So she basically, it wasn't much that happened with them or whatever. We just wanted to hit on this. So she was driving to go pick him up. He's finally out of the halfway house or whatever. She overslept.
Got there late.
I don't know how late. She was supposed to be there at 10 o'clock. She came there at 10:30. And immediately...
Wait! You say it was 30 minutes late. She was 30 minutes late.
Yeah.
That's why he was acting the plum fool.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's why.
And that's why she was apologizing like that.
She's like, I know he doesn't like when I'm late, and I know if I was him, I would be upset or whatever. But he stayed out there on the corner with his trash bag filled with stuff, and he's there, and he doesn't. And it's not like he goes and walks to the side to the passenger door. He stands at her door, so it's like I'm driving, right? Yeah. I pull up, and it's you staring at me with a trash bag.
Yeah.
Like head on. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Are you gonna hug me? You gonna hug me?
Like, I'm sorry, so he's like, where the hell you been? You know what it's like. I had to be out there, whatever.
And blah, blah, blah. You see, if you just come in, don't even open the door, put down the window.
You gonna get in or not?
Yeah, you gonna get in. But she gets out and then says to him, you want to drive? Does this man, he's been in jail for 13 years. So you know his stuff has been expired, I am sure. You see, these are the decisions. These are the decisions. So you want to drive because you're trying to acquiesce. I don't even know what you're trying to do. So of course now he feel like, okay, she late, and I gotta make her
right.
pay.
She's justifying it.
Yes.
Or
so
whatever.
He sits there in the car,
and then
driving.
And then he was like, how long it's been or whatever. Like she's like, did you freeze over? He's like, probably did. She's like, it don't seem like it.
So then
she's driving or whatever. She's like, what do you want to do? He was like, what do you want to do or whatever. She said, I want to go eat. Because if you want to, I know a spot that has several different places or whatever. But then he gets a phone call.
Did he say a very nice? Did she say nice, expensive restaurant? Or just in a very nice restaurant, she said.
I can't remember.
Okay.
But then, so she said, what do you want to do or whatever, stuff like that. He said, I want to go to a strip club, get some chicken wings. I want to get a bottle, so that's what I want to do. So there he goes again.
So then she puts on her glasses because she's upset.
And then the guy calls.
He doesn't care.
Yeah. But then what I thought was interesting, a friend calls and asks him, so what time are you going to be here? He said 11. So he already had these plans. Regardless, he was going to start arguing with her again like he did last time so that he goes to strip club.
And you gave him the opening by apologizing.
And giving him your damn car to drive.
Because now what he probably going to do is try to kick you out of the car.
Well, you know what happened is, so he was like, I don't want to do that or whatever. I want to go get my hair cut or whatever. The man barely even got any damn hair. What you need to get your hair cut for?
Yes. And when someone came out, and he's like, she's going to be staying in the car.
Oh, yeah, so he drove. So instead of driving to a place to go get breakfast, and she was like, I'm very hungry, I want to eat. He drives himself to go get his haircut or whatever and stuff. And he's like, you stay in the car. She's like, oh, hell no, I'm not going to stay in my car and wait on you or whatever, stuff like that. So someone comes, just like, she wants to go inside or whatever. He said, I don't care or whatever. So I think he was getting into an argument with production or something. But she drove off regardless. And that was the smartest thing you did all day.
But you know something? I can see her coming back. What the smartest thing would have been
not going there in the first place.
What you do is take out his trash bag, throw it to him, you get in the car and drive off. That would have been the smartest thing to do.
And then you don't come back.
And
you
be
delete his number
over,
and
here
you move
go.
Back. Yeah.
Exactly.
And you move back home. Forget the apartment. You know what I'm saying?
Because you were going to do that anyway.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is, this is why I knew she wasn't going to change.
You have three brothers living not too far away. Go there.
Live with one of them.
Leave that place. Let them know you have broken your lease. If he decides to break in there because he knows you're not there. If he decides to, and then when you come to pick up your stuff, let your brothers come with you. If he did, and then let production come with you so that you're safe because you can't trust him. And then pack up all your stuff. And I'm sure he will be just fine because he's all his family have said he has several women who he was talking to.
Yeah, exactly. So my thing is, I knew she was going to leave because the thing is, when you sit there and you quote unquote wait for somebody for 13 years and you're getting upset because you had sex with one person, she ain't going nowhere. No way in hell I'm sitting down and I'm talking to some man who's in prison for 13 years and stopping my life.
Yeah.
I mean, just look. I mean, she's not an ugly girl, but I mean, her acne's all over the place. She does not look well.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Why is because she's with this bozo right here.
I know they say kiss
the stress. He's killing you slowly.
My thing is, I know they say that kids drain your youth, but really it's men. If you waste your time on a man, the man will just steal all your youth. You'll be 20 looking like you 60. It's just a mess. I mean, she looks a solid 40, but that's just unfortunate.
I know, it really, really is. Because, I think she's, at one time she must have been really beautiful. She's not bad looking now at all. It's just the acne. She looks very unhealthy.
Yeah.
And
it looks like her hair is receding on the side.
Oh, the hair is gone, I think. I don't know if she has much hair there.
Yeah.
But that's all stress related.
Yeah, and it's just
all
unfortunate.
Stress related.
That's why you can't be desperate looking for love. You can't be doing that because it will lead you down a bad path.
And then being with someone who just came out of prison, it's like you take on their mentality as well too.
Big facts.
Oh man.
But yeah,
it's very sad. And it's not that she doesn't have a support system. She has a very strong support system. Like I said, she had these 3 brothers. She said she was very close with, I think both parents died.
Oh.
Yeah, like very close to each other. But she has these brothers, she said, and she was very close to her parents, Like she has a good support system. She just actually moved down here and got an apartment.
For him.
For this dude right here. You
yeah.
know? And then, of course, the mom is going to be supportive because somebody else got to take that issue.
But also, I think the mom is one of those mothers that does not hold her child accountable and will just she's okay with her son running over whoever as long as her son's okay. So she just seems like one of those mothers.
Selfish, I know.
Yeah. Anyway, but let's talk about...
Who's the last person? Anthony.
No, it's 2 people. Anthony and that lady. Yes. My thing is, girl, you won't get what you get because
the one who was with the best friend's son.
You won't get what you get because you went like a predator to go get her son from jail.
After she has warned you that he is a savage.
And even I don't trust him. And then you walk away like, I'm not taking this. You just don't want to be with your son.
No, she knows.
And did I say that? Did I say that?
And up to now, the mom has still not seen him. And she's good with that. The mom was a grandmother. She still got COVID and is in quarantine. Like, I gotta do codes because I don't believe this mom is having those. And I don't believe she is. She already told you he's a savage. Even I don't want him in my house.
Yeah.
She said, how do you get, like, pretty much bamboozled by my son? That's what she asked this lady.
Girl, I don't feel
like he's manipulative. You. She said some harsh things about her son, but that is her child. If the mother is telling you about her own child, you don't believe her?
No.
I mean, that's on you. Yeah. That is actually on you now. Now you're calling him ungrateful. Now you're calling him selfish and a liar.
Because remember last week she didn't give him the car or whatever, some of that. But she goes and drives into some picturesque landscape or whatever. Yeah. And she said this was a very expensive restaurant. She took him to did she take him to a restaurant? No.
Oh. No. Somebody else, sorry.
No, she took him to some like songs when you drive at night or whatever, you see like a very beautiful landscape, whatever. Yeah. So she went to go take him to see
like
that
view.
Yeah. And she's like, look at how beautiful this is or whatever. He's like, I don't care about any of this, like I'm ready to go home or whatever, stuff like that. And she's like, you don't like this? Like you're just a party poop or whatever. Why the hell would I want to go see a landscape after you just said I can't get a car? I'm sorry, but I'm going to be quite sour that whole day. It's just like Amena. From 90 Day when he did not give her boob job.
Oh,
and he came down.
And then he came down to see her. And she's calculating that, look, that money could have paid for my breast implants.
Yeah, instead of me having to go to a loan shark. But yes, so that was my thing. And then anyway, they get home or whatever, and he's like drinking a beer or whatever, some of that. She's like, you're just very ungrateful, like you're this, you're that, whatever.
He pulls out a letter. His trump card.
Yeah. That basically was it was a letter of a lady trying to get him to be with her, whatever, saying I have a really big butt, but it was written by this lady to kind of trap him to see if he would cheat on her,
right,
or whatever stuff. He was like, I knew it was you because it was your handwriting, and he pulls out a grocery list that he sees on the counter. He said, you see, it matches up, so you investigate it now. That's what you do. So
she's like, but she
She said, so she was like,
figured out the game.
No, but first she was like, so is this why you've been mad at me all day? Mm-hmm. Really? That's not why he was mad at you.
No, but then she
said, I don't really think that he was mad at me about this, because the thing is, I think he just used this as a get out of jail free card or whatever, and stuff like that, which I agree. But
she's an older woman, she should know.
Yeah, but my thing is, girl, you're gonna get what you get, because karma. And you really should not have done that. I mean, you didn't see the red flags. The way he didn't even want to kiss you. The way
he want you to touch him.
Your hand is so sweaty.
Yeah.
Like, all that stuff. So, I can't say I actually feel sorry for her. But, I mean, at least she's older. She knows better. Well, I can't even say she knows better, because she's with...
Because the next morning, he was there smooching her.
Yeah.
Because he needs her to go drop him off at a friend's place.
Yeah. So... Yeah, he wanted to get a ride or whatever, some of that, so he was trying to make it up to her, saying, I'm sorry, whatever. And she actually wanted him to come meet her sister, but he was like, no, I'm going to go see my friend I haven't seen in 8 years.
Yeah.
And he just got out of jail, too, so let's just get in trouble.
Yeah, because that's what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, but let's talk about the last couple. You know that guy, that really short guy?
Yes, with the 3 daughters.
Forced her to marry him.
So yeah, let's talk about the guy with the 3 kids. I have forgotten their name again, but
Chance and Tyler.
Yeah, Chance and Tyler. So she was having some stomach issues. Went to the hospital. Thought that she was pregnant. That was not the case. Thought appendix. That was not the case. She said they found a lot of inflammation, and it seems as though they had to give her a shot on the butt, which I was thinking, shot on the butt, and then she's okay. I just wondered if there was something else going on.
Well, they kept on saying that, they said it was an infection. They said it was actually an infection. Mm-hmm. So they gave her a shot, and it was, she was fine or whatever, some of that. But they kept on saying that, we were doing a lot of crazy sex positions, and, and then they were joking about, like, I can't, I'm going to tell Tyler not to get me drunk anymore and have sex with me or whatever and stuff like that.
It was very odd. So
it seemed like it was sex related, whatever happened or whatever stuff.
But
mom can't diagnose anybody apparently.
So anyway.
So
yeah. So
at least she's fine
better
now.
She's fine now. So that's all that happened with them. And
but let's talk about Erin and that short guy. So
her name is not Erin.
Well, but the boyfriend is.
Yes. Brewin, and I can't remember what his name is.
Anyway, so her ex-boyfriend called.
Aaron is the ex-boyfriend.
Yes, so he called basically to talk to her, see how she was doing and everything.
Remind her that he loved her.
Yeah, that he loved her, that, I just want to see, what everything to work out for you, and that you have the best or whatever, stuff like that. But who is this guy, whatever? She's like, he's a nice guy, met him in prison.
Mm-hmm. He's like, he's not your type.
He's been there for me. She's like, yeah, he's not my type. But she said, well, my thing is, the people that I've dated have been a-holes to me, and I just figured, why don't I just do something different? Mm-hmm. Which, just because you do something different doesn't mean it's going to work out. You just have to choose better. You can still get somebody who's physically is your type, but is a good person. Yeah. Because, you know what I'm saying. So, yeah. But I just thought it was a very slippery slope.
It's a very slippery slope. Because when she got off the thing, she said how she used to enjoy sex with him.
They had great sex. That's what she said.
And she loves him. Very slippery slope, because now you're married. You's married now.
Well, I hope they didn't sign no paper, because then you're not really married.
Well,
but
if the I don't know how.
Well, anyway, I just thought it was very manipulative for that short
that was
guy
also
to go
very
and tell
manipulative.
Her
yes,
that let's get married as soon as you get out of prison. So it's like she can't even have any freedom. No. So it's like you're married to me now. So it's like you're all.
It was kind of like I wouldn't even take you to where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
She had to go stay with her baby daddy's friend Mike. Yeah. Right. I wouldn't even take you there because on the way we're gonna pass through this bridge where we're gonna get married. Yeah. So it's kind of like a stipulation without even saying it. Yeah. So very creepy.
Very creepy. But I have an issue with older men who go and date younger women. It's just wrong. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned. Yeah. I think there should be an age limit.
That's because you're young.
Well, no, because I think any woman would agree, even if she's an older woman.
So. Yeah, it's true.
I mean, it's sick. It's actually sick. And it's...
Bless you.
Allergy season, I hate it. But yes, it's just effed up.
Yeah.
So that was Love After Lockup. We hope you guys enjoy this video and that you like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below.